Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach. Today we're doing another ECOMI VeVe video. Currently, the price is 6778 on a low of 6757 and a high of 7891 over the past 24 hours. How are y'all doing today? So in this video, we're going to be going over some extended news of what we were looking at yesterday, alongside GaryVee's sort of thoughts and opinions, more recent thoughts and opinions on VeVe. Of course, we saw Gary's interview with Dan Shorbell. Sorry if I've got your name wrong, Dan. If you're watching this, I do apologize. But we saw his interview, and a lot of the VeVe community were understandably unhappy with his response. I myself was disappointed and surprised. Some of you will know that I do and have followed Gary for a while now, and I've definitely benefited from a lot of his material that he's shared online over the past, I would say, 3 to 4 years that I've been following him now. With that said, we're going to start out by looking at VeVe's tweet. Batman versus Killer Croc. Killer Croc has a taste for revenge and is out for the Dark Knight's blood. Premium digital collectible in a couple of days from now. So, yesterday we went over this, but we didn't have the chance to go through the blog post because it's been released today. So let's have a look at it right now together, shall we? DC Battle Statue, Batman versus Killer Croc. This premium digital collectible drops Sunday 23rd Jan at 8 AM PT. DC Battle Statues. This statue was originally designed for the classic Confrontations line of statues from DC Direct. It sold out quickly before becoming a highly prized collectible statue. Before we continue, I want to say that this is not going to take long to go through, but I figure if you're involved in the VeVe community, you might want to know this and you might not have seen it yet. And then straight after, I'm going to go into GaryVee's take on VeVe, as he's spoken with another podcaster on Twitter, at least maybe it was on YouTube and syndicated to Twitter, I'm not sure. Either way, let's go through this real quick. Sold out quickly, becoming a highly prized collectible statue. Collector demand was so high it was later re-released multiple times with different paint schemes and sizes. Then we have the credits. Then we have, I guess, a story. Let's quickly go over the story. I really wanted to tell a story with the design. You can see batarangs are already stuck in the Croc's body, and the skeletal remains of some of his victims are visible on the base. The Gotham City sewer cap was a great place to show exactly where this epic battle was happening. The addition of the batarang wrapped around Croc's mouth as Batman tries to restrain him just adds even more tension to the confrontation. I'm glad that we got to keep that element, even though it was too tricky to produce. Overall, I was very happy with the way this turned out. Walter's final powerful illustration and Ray Villafane's incredible amount of sculpted detail on Croc really made this design a standout of the line, and clearly the fans all agreed. Seen here for the first time are some of the original sketches from creator-director Jim Fletcher and an early sketch from Walter O'Neill, where we of course see the concept designs left to right, Jim Fletcher and Walter O'Neill. So this is our first look at the animation, I guess, the collectible animation. So this is the rare, it looks like, and I believe what I'm seeing here is that there's only one version, which is the rare. Now the list price on this is going to be 120 gems. There's 8,888 editions. Now okay, where do we go here? So in my last video yesterday, or the video prior to that, because we went over Pokemon as well yesterday, but in my video about this battle statue collectible, I was saying how I was hoping that we would see more rarities, more variety of collectibles, and for all of them to have animations and to sort of tier the animations together. So when it comes to a common, having a really, really basic animation, and then when it comes to secret rares and ultra rares, having a lot more interesting and exciting animations, right? Rather than having it be a case of no animation, i.e. static, or animation, right? Now here it seems that it's all of them are going to be rare, and so they're all going to be having animations, which is cool. Not really the animation that I was expecting, but this is kind of what I was hoping would be an animation for, like, you know, this could be an animation for every common, for example, right? Where you at least have the collectible rotating. But I was kind of hoping that we might even have some action here with Batman. Maybe, I don't know, you can see right here that his left leg is sort of kicking Crocman's or Killer Croc's, he's basically kicking Killer Croc. It would be cool to see the attack actually happen. Maybe have Killer Croc sort of you know, flinching or sort of being hit, maybe its tongue moving, or, you know, it's struggling, like, so, you know what I mean, like actually have the fight animation going on. Basically, that would be kind of cool. Bursting out of the sewers he calls home, Killer Croc is stopped in his deadly tracks by Batman before he can wreak mayhem on the citizens of Gotham City. So that's just my thoughts on it. And of course we will be seeing Batman, a 3-hour Batman film, I believe I saw today, is going to be, of course, happening in the next month or so. So very exciting to see, and I would love to know your thoughts on it. That being said, now that we've had a look at that, let's go over to this Twitter thread. So this is posted by the NFT Hunter. Now, I want to apologize straight away, get it out of the way, that I'm not aware of this YouTube channel. I'm assuming this is a YouTube channel, and I'm not sure if the NFT Hunter is the original, if this person is the NFT Hunter. I feel really stupid because I know I have a slight following in this community, so I do apologize for not getting the right credits in. But if you wouldn't mind, if you wouldn't mind commenting, letting me know if this is the right person, like if NFT Hunter is the person because I haven't come across their channel before, and I would love to, because they ask some really good questions. And honestly, anyone who is asking GaryVee directly about his opinions on this stuff, I want to know who they are. So great work to this person, love what they're doing, and I'd love to see the source material. GaryVee turning bullish on VeVe official ? So I've obviously already listened to this, but you can listen to it too. And actually, now as I see this looks like it's been screen recorded, so I can actually see the YouTube title here: GaryVee exclusive interview about VeVe. How am I reading this? Just saying. This is about VeVe digital collectibles. I can't see this part, but yeah, we'll find out shortly. I do see a watermark down here, but it's too blurred. So anyway, let's go into it.
This would be, what should, when collectors and investors are looking at comic book projects on NFT land, what should they be looking at? What kind of things should they be asking? And then, specifically the big name right now in the comic book NFT space is VeVe Digital Collectibles. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that platform.
Of course.
If you can just share your thoughts on that platform and what collectors should be looking for, things like that.
That platform, I think, I don't know if, again, I don't like talking about things that I don't know. I believe that they're in deeper talks with Immutable, or maybe have already done that deal. Do you know that?
They're in progress. Yeah, they've been tweeting about it here and there.
So this is what I'm like, I'm still kind of disappointed about, and I'm not sure where this goes. But, Gary has spoken many times about doing your homework, and I think he may even say this here. He says that he's not comfortable talking about things he doesn't know about and stuff. But what I'm kind of confused about is that, Gary is so vocal about his passion for NFTs, right? And it's not just talking about VeVe NFTs or Top Shot or Axie. He's talking about the niche projects too, right? The smaller projects, the medium tier projects. So he's in the world, right? And he's following so many people in the NFT community. He's just doing a lot here, right? Now, he talks about how he's a practitioner and how he's constantly doing. I don't see a world where Gary hasn't spent more homework than even I have. Because, I don't know, like, I would expect him to know more about VeVe than I do. And I make videos about this fairly frequently over the past roughly year. So I don't know how to feel when it comes to, well, at least I am disappointed, so I know how I feel. But I would like to know why, and hear it from Gary himself, why he's not doing the homework. He's already been, even when he spoke with Dan about this, he clearly saw that he'd riled the community up a little bit, and so he made a tweet saying, "Hey everyone, I'm hoping the best for VeVe and everyone else in the community," right? So he acknowledged it, but then, and I don't know when this interview was done, it might have been done not recently, I'm not sure, but if this interview has been done recently, then even after stoking the hornet's nest a little bit with VeVe and then saying I haven't done the homework on it still, it doesn't add up to me.
I believe that if that...
I don't know how to put that in a way that's not hateful, because I hope it's very clear that I have respect for this man, and I have had respect for him for years now. Some of you will think that's stupid. Do you? I don't care. But specifically for me, it's definitely thrown a left hook, shall we say.
Fully goes, and now it's a layer 2 of Ethereum, because blockchains matter. If, and I think if that hits, if that locks in, and you can really take it from layer 2 to layer 1. I think it really matters. Obviously, I see all the red circles in my social.
Exactly.
I only have so many hours in the day. And I think I was waiting to see if they were going to do a blockchain kind of execution more than digital asset execution. I think they're barking up a very good tree with Immutable. And I think that marketplace gets a big lift if they go on, if they get that partnership.
Yeah.
And for example, for me, and by the way, who the fuck am I? Like, I'm just, I'm aware that people follow.
Well, who the hell are you? You're one of the most influential and inspirational, I guess, thought leaders in the space. You're a key opinion leader. Obviously, I think he's saying, who am I, from like a humility point of view. I get that. But.
Follow me and all this, but like, I'm just one guy. For me personally, subjectively, man of one.
Yeah.
That deal makes me go and actually now allocate the 50 hours of homework on VeVe, versus not. Because I need.
So if that's the case, what I'm hoping to see, because I feel like as someone who is maybe a supporter of a free market and entrepreneurship and meritocracy and all that stuff, I do think that I'm surprised in a way that, not in a way, I'm just genuinely actually surprised that Gary hasn't spoken more about VeVe. Apart from, of course, I know he runs Rika, or at least he's a backer of Rika, but he could easily be a backer of VeVe. I mean, at least I think he could. He could invest money. He could get in contact with the ECOMI team if he hasn't already. I mean, he's already good friends with Jeremy. We know that. He was literally, Jeremy and him were speaking yesterday on his YouTube channel live on Marketing for the Now. So I'm hoping that this year we see Gary talk more about VeVe, because I've heard Gary speak and talk now for the past roughly, like I say, 3 to 5 years. I know, based on just listening to hundreds, there's got to have been at this point of hours of listening to his talks, that VeVe is the crown jewel of this stuff. In the world that Gary lives in, it is the crown jewel. Obviously, he runs a company that is, it runs marketing strategy and execution for Fortune 500 companies. But in part of that, you need to, if you're doing marketing execution and strategy, you need to know what's going on with NFT land. And in NFT land, VeVe is without a doubt a top winner right now. It's just not even a competition right now. I mean, there's parts of it that's not competitive, so it doesn't have a huge use case at the moment. But when it comes down to the current value and future universal value, VeVe is currently a absolute top competitor. Past, I can't even think of anything else. Like, obviously you have Dapper Labs that do Top Shot and stuff, but that's in itself a different category. We're talking about a marketplace that runs up the most valuable IPs in the entire world. It's the only marketplace I know that has that.
That blockchain layer 2, like, I'm a big ETH guy. Solana, if VeVe did Solana, I would also do that, right? Like, I need to have some momentum for the blockchain itself to really go there.
And of course, part of the reason why this is all difficult and whatever is also because, doing homework, even over the past 6 months, you would know that VeVe is moving to Immutable. Now, of course, I guess you can't bank everything on something until it happens, but he should be aware of it, There's enough information out there. And
so I'm excited about that, and am aware enough to know those companies are flirting. And if they consummate, I think that's going to allow me to focus more.
And I'd like to hear the rest of this, but I don't know the full video. So this isn't me bashing Gary. It really isn't. I have a lot of respect and appreciation for this man, which some of you may not, which I don't care. It's up to you. And some people have said, oh, we don't need to have Gary, right? Someone's I honestly love Gary and follow him, but we don't need him here, and that's fair, right? Because we don't need Gary. We don't need Gary. The product will speak out for itself. But I think Gary, A, can be a catalyst, and B, can be a very positive force in this community. Does that mean we need him? No. Does that mean that it would be nice to have him? If Gary had pushed VeVe over the past year, like not even from an artificial or from a paid perspective, but from a genuine NFT passion perspective, VeVe would currently, I can't even imagine. I don't even know if VeVe would have the resources to be ready for that level of pump, because it would be a pump. I'm not saying it'd be a dump. There'd be a correction most likely, but it would absolutely pump without a doubt. With that being said, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Love to hear your take. Going to continue making VeVe videos on this channel. I have now done the bulk of the work that was stressing me the hell out this month, so that will hopefully mean that I'll have more time to be going over things that I see, developments I see in the VeVe scene. With that being said, if this video was interesting or helpful to you in any way, shape or form, a like is always much appreciated. And if you would like to be having happening in this topic every single day, most times today, this is my channel. I cover everything on every single day. So if you want to be everything happening, hit that subscribe button and keep notifications on. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next VeVe video.